Would you like to know how to stop caring what other people think so that you can move forward with your life dreams and ambitions? If so, stick around and I'm going to teach you exactly how to do that. And I want to let you know there is a difference between being that self-righteous, stubborn jerk of not caring what other people think versus caring about yourself and your dreams more than somebody else's limited viewpoints about what it is that you're doing or you're sharing with them. So that's what we're going to talk about today. I'm Connie Jo Holmes. I'm the founder of Be You to Be Full Hypnosis and Coaching, and my mission is to teach individuals how to confidently and courageously move from reacting to life to owning your life. And to me, when you can truly live your life without caring what other people think to the point that it stops you living your life how you want to, that's a great way to learn how to own your life. Now, how do I know this topic? I know this topic because I'm going to be a little cryptic here because it involves other people so out of respect, I want to keep it cryptic, but I have faced some very close to me alienation in my life that really took me to my knees. And because of that, that is how I have learned how to move past this and not care what other people think to the point that it stops me from living my life. So that's how I know this topic. I also am a coach and a hypnotherapy therapist, as well as an NLP specialist, and I do work with my clients in this regard as well. Okay, so how we stop allowing what other people think to affect us. One way is to remember that no one takes every single breath with you other than you. Meaning that nobody knows you as well as you know yourself. You know your mind, your heart, and your soul. You know your intentions. And no matter how close you might be with somebody, they're not inside of you, so they do not know at the same level. So that right there is one way to remember that. No one knows you better than you, and that includes your intent and everything behind that. So the other way to remember how to not let other people's opinions stop you is, one, everyone's in their own world anyway. I mean, they really, really are. How many of you went to a wedding and you really wanted to get out there and dance, but you didn't want to look foolish? Have you ever thought maybe you look foolish just sitting there when there's really great music being played? We prejudge ourselves thinking, oh, I don't want to look silly. I'm not the best dancer. I don't want to go out on the dance floor. We're worried about what other people are going to think of us. But think about maybe people are judging you because you're just sitting there. It's funny. We come at things with our own preconceived notions. So just remember that. What we're afraid of, maybe there's a flip side to that fear. All right, so that could be another reason to just do then what's inside of your heart and your soul. The other way to handle this is to remember that when you have dreams, goals, ambitions, you have sat there with those for a while. And that means you've processed it. You have felt what that dream might feel like. You've really walked all the way down the road with that, thinking about all the great things associated with it. And when you do that, you have allowed yourself time to process that, to think it through all the way. So therefore, when you go to share that with somebody else, they don't have that same opportunity. They're hearing it for the first time, fresh and raw. And so they might respond like, what are you thinking? Can you really do that? They might be coming at it from that way because they have not had that same amount of processing time as you have. And therefore, you might be reacting to their first response, and then you might be thinking that they think it's a bad idea or something like that, and then you give up on your dream, but actually they haven't had time to process it like you did. So remember that too. I think that is really, really huge. Then the other thing about allowing yourself to not worry about what other people think is to remember that everyone comes at this life with a different perspective. All right. And so you might have a perspective of being open-minded, non-judgmental, a risk taker, curious thinking, that type of thing. So when you have a perspective like that, and those are the lenses, just think about wearing glasses now, those are the lens of which you look at the world and you view the world. Well, you're going to be somebody who's much more expansive and like you're leaning in like, oh my gosh, tell me more. Versus if you have a family member, a friend, a colleague, they might come from the perspective and the lens they wear in which they see the world could be one of lack, scarcity, fear, contracting versus expanding, that type of thing. And so you're sharing with them dreams, thoughts, ambitions, and goals, and they are receiving it through that lens that is way different than your lens. So therefore, if they might start to poo-poo on your dream or whatever it is you're sharing with them, we have to remember that it's being filtered through how they view life. And, the same could be true going back to, you're a little fearful of like, dancing at a wedding or something like that. Well, if there's people sitting there, like this, like looking at you and judging you or whatever, just because you're out there having fun, well, just think about the lens in which they're viewing you from. You guys might not be wearing the exact same lens. And so therefore, it doesn't mean that what you want to do is inferior or silly or anything like that. It just means that the person or people that you shared it with, they don't have that same lens of viewing the world as you do. So therefore, it doesn't make your dream wrong or inefficient or anything like that. So that is very, very important to remember. So in closing, I just want to say that do not allow other people's reaction to what you do or you don't do to affect what you do. Don't allow somebody else's opinion to form how you live your life. You need to remember, no one knows you better than you, so therefore they can't feel your heart and your intention. And then we have to remember the lens from which people view the world. It might not be the same lens that we do. And we also need to remember that we've had time to process how we feel, how we view things, that type of thing. And when we share something new with somebody, they're just receiving it. And so they might not have had that same time to process it as you have. So give these things a try. But at the end of the day, I just so encourage you to remember too that if you don't do these things in your life that you want to do, you're not only cheating yourself and your soul, but you are cheating all of the, people, places, things, and events on the other side of you stepping outside of your comfort zone, for all of those people, places, things, and events to benefit from what it is that you are going to be, do, have, and give in this life. So set down that caring about what other people think and live your life for you. I've read many books and seen many videos where people talk about, those deathbed regrets. And those deathbed regrets are not living the life that you want to do. And so nobody wants to have that kind of regret. So get out there, live your life, do what it is that you need and you want to do. And when you come at everything from your heart and your soul and that pure intention, that's beautiful. That's all you can ask for. All right. So if you got value out of this, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. But also, if you do these things already, and or if you're going to use this video to encourage you to do these things, and you find, how beautiful it is on the other side, please come back here and write it in the comment, because you are going to be helping others who read those comments. All right. I hope that was helpful. Have a beautiful day, and like, comment, share, and subscribe. And if you like this message and who I am as a person, please definitely look in the description box for ways that you can work with me. All right. Thank you so much. Bye.